up, babes? Welcome back. If you are new here, welcome. So y'all know one of my favorite things to do is transform my hair. Today is no different. I actually will be working with, or I am working with, okay, Xrsbeauty to completely transform this unit and show you their new clear lace. I'm going to do this just by demonstrating what the actual lace looks like. Of course, y'all know I'm going to go ahead and take some Bronner Brothers spritz. This is just like pump it up in a bottle, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and just pretty much put this on my hand. You guys can see it dries almost instantly. Not only am I going to use this product to install the wig, but you guys can see the very clear difference between the transparent lace being a lot more visible than the new clear lace. So of course, lace is still lace, but we want to do our very best to kind of hide those grit lines if we can. And I think Xrsbeauty has always been right on point when it comes to doing that. And today is no different. So I'm going to show you how to install the new clear lace. And of course, you guys can already visibly see just how much it's melted into my arm. So just imagine what it's going to do on the bare forehead. Anywho, y'all are probably wondering what wig it is that I'm wearing. So this is human hair. Of course, they're HD lace front. This is Italian yaki, which in my opinion was so much just like silkier and soft than a normal yaki wig that I've like seen with some other companies. And like I said, this is their 13x6, so you get plenty of parting space. And again, with the clear lace, you should not have to do too much. Y'all know I did not take the liberty to go ahead and bleach any knots, just because y'all, these the freaking wefts on the back of the hair were so small and thin. I love that. The actual grid lines were so small. The tied knots super tiny. So even if we would have needed to bleach the knots, which I believe the company did go ahead and pre-bleach them very lightly, but even if you needed to or didn't want to, didn't know how, you wouldn't have to. And I absolutely love that. So you guys can see I'm just getting some of the hair out of the way and doing my typical install with a little bit of that spray. Sometimes I'll put it either on a beauty blender or I'll go ahead and just put it on a foundation brush. And then I always take my wax stick. Not always, but I will say that I've been using it a lot more frequently when it comes to the yakier textures, just because it acts just like my natural hair. So I'm going to go through with a hot comb. I would not be doing this to my natural hair. But yes, I'm going to go through with a hot comb and you guys can see the transformation instantly, which leads me to believe once it's time to actually silk out the hair, it is more than likely going to mimic African American textured hair to a T, which I like, right? Because not everybody wants to do the silkier textures. And obviously the density on this is pretty high. It's 150% density. I would not go any more than this. If you guys were looking for something really super sleek, I would tell you to get a different texture. If you're one of those girls that don't mind a little bit of just that like fluff, right, then definitely check this one out. I am one of those girls that like that. I hate to get a silk press and my hair is just like super flat. I want it to look full. I want it to look textured. And y'all know I hate the straggly ends. So I always have to just kind of trim this up a little bit. I always say your hair is never styled completely until you have given yourself a trim. So I always make it a point to add some type of, not even just like a layer, but some type of cut to all of my wigs. That's just like something I'm always gonna do. You guys can see how, look at the hairline. First of all, let's just get into that. All right, I was so impressed. It looks really good. And y'all don't worry, I will not be adding any baby hairs to this unit at all. You guys, blowing this out, if you decided to do some flexi rods, oh my god, I'm in love with this one. If you're looking for something super natural, I definitely think this is the go-to, but y'all know I cannot stop here. So a few days later, I decided to pop this baby back on and I wanted to show you the style that I came up with. So if you want to do it, let's get into it. Now, obviously the setting is a little bit different, but we still have some of the True Scalp tape on there. Of course, we have an adjustable band and the cap itself is actually glueless. So I'm going to go ahead and just pop this back on. I ended up having a little bit too much of that wax stick and like frizz-ease in the top portion, so I kind of washed that out of just the top, so it's a little like crinkly now, right? Like I don't quite want to say that it's straight, but it's not curly. It's somewhere in between that, like I just got a silk press, I'm about to go wash my hair, and like my curls are thinking about reverting back. That's where we were at with it. Well, y'all know to install the units are super easy. I try my best not to use any type of glue just because it's not really needed, and I'm the type of person to like, I want to put my wig on and I want to take it off. Like, I do not want to really sleep in these. That's why I am the queen of a glueless unit. By glueless, that don't mean that you can't have it tacked down, okay? But I did decide that I wanted to do some layers. So because the hair was so thick, full, and you guys can see it's gonna act just like natural hair. It will get kind of poofy, it will kind of do its little thing, no big deal. I'm gonna show you how to tame the hair, okay? And I did go ahead and just do that little triangle cut. I don't know if you guys remember it before, but I decided I want the bang to kind of start right above, like, or under the tip of my nose. So I went ahead and just kind of crisscrossed it. If you need to run it back so that I can use this as a guide. And of course, I'm just going to take my razor comb and follow the hair all the way through. I do have a more detailed video for those of you that want to know how to layer your hair, but this is just a quick way. You guys will kind of just follow that guideline from the top, get everything to kind of meet at the bottom, going in a diagonal motion. Y'all, this is not the proper way to explain how to layer your hair, but if you are a beginner and you do not know, but you know that you do want some layers, okay, pull it out to about a 90-degree angle, pull everything straight, all the way straight. Continue to just like cut. Try not to, put your arm down. You want to maintain that elevation. Y'all will see me not doing that in some areas just because I did not want the cut to be super like cut and layered going toward the back. So you guys will kind of see where I will allow the elevation to kind of just drop a little bit. But yeah, neither here nor there. I really wanted to focus on framing my face the most with some of the deeper layers. And then, of course, around towards the back of my ear, I just wanted it to kind of just follow that guideline in more of a diagonal motion. And then, of course, y'all will see how it kind of finishes up. I feel like this was a mouthful. Like, how do we even get here? Okay, run it back, cue the music. We'll be right back. Just kidding. Y'all, we copyright who? Anywho. Y'all, I've become obsessed with layering my wigs. So today is no different. You guys can see I have gone full Tina Turner at this point, and I'm okay with it. I kind of like it, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and just add a few curls in it. Nothing too crazy. I did want to go through with the hot comb just because the roots needed it. Now, I don't remember where I got this little tool, but it's like a heated brush, and it cuts through the bulk of hair really easy. I have not ever used it on my natural hair, only ever on my wigs, and y'all, it does its thing. So, and so far so good. I did not actually have to apply any additional product just because obviously I did put some in the other day, and I already could see the potential in the hair. First of all, I am a huge fan of soft yaki, and this texture was no different. I did get some shedding. Now obviously I did cut this as well, but I did get a little bit of shedding. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't a big deal at all just because the density is so packed tight. I almost needed some of the hair to kind of shed out. I do think though it was because of the way that I trimmed around the ears. I think I just had a few more extra shed hairs in some of those spots, which is not too big of a deal. You guys can see it absolutely will hold a curl, no different than your natural hair will hold a curl. I don't know what it is, but the heat trained was trained, and it looks really good. When I took this wig off, I did not end up having to like recurl it when I threw it back on the next morning. So I always think that that's like a blessing, not having to curl your hair over and over. And like I said, if you guys want to do the flexi rods, hey, do it. I am not good at flexi rods. That's why you don't ever see me post tutorials with the flexi rods. It's just it's a lot, right? And I can never quite get the left to look like the right. So we got this to looking good though. Look at the curls and the bounce. And y'all could tell I was liking it just because my face changes. I don't know why when I'm doing my hair, I look so like evil and just like, don't talk to me. But y'all, I am focused, all right? And so of course, y'all, looking at the scalp, peeking through, didn't have to do that full like ball cap method, none of that. If you have some cornrows underneath this wig, make sure that they are flat. Now we don't need any humps and lumps. You want this to kind of look a little sleek. And like I said, if you sleek, when I say sleek, I'm talking about black girl sleek, because let's be honest, this wig was never gonna get J-Lo laid down. It was never happening. Okay, we wanted the volume, we wanted the texture, we have the lace melting in, the clear lace, no baby hair, full deep parting. Whew. y'all. Okay, I loved it. And of course, the comb out is always my favorite part because you really get to see the layer work. If it's any areas you kind of want to go in and layer more, you can. But me, y'all know, I mean, I layered this baby up, so I don't think there was any room for me to do anything else except to finally stop touching it. I played with this hair for probably about 30 minutes. So imagine the editing process. Let's just talk about it. Anywho, go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. I didn't need any hairspray because the hair is really, really good about holding a curl. That's one thing I do know about yaki hair, and just like more textured types of hair. We just hold the curl. Like, it does what I need it to do. And so, yeah. This is pretty much the look. I want to know what you guys think about it. Of course, I was told that I'm giving auntie vibes, but y'all, hey, we knocking on 30's door. Auntie Chrissy has arrived. I love y'all so much. Of course, leave any comments or questions down below. I am so grateful to continue to work with Xrsbeauty just because y'all come with the bangers, okay? Every single time. It's never a miss. Never, ever. Anyway, love y'all so much. Stay pretty, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, babies.